Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's always a high see when we in our lower state. It's L-Deez, also known Lawrence the One for another episode of I Need to Know. And my special guest, introduce yourself, man.
It's Brother Broski, man, a.k.a. BrodyLoc, a.k.a. Mr. Nutty, Mr. Luciano, whatever you want to call it, but it's the young Brother Broski. No longer the young Brother Broski. It's Brother Broski, OG Brother Broski.
That's right.
Dig that.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So make sure that we get all the way in the mic and stuff.
Okay.
All right,
Can
so
you
this, yeah, for sure.
Righteous.
So you got Brother Broski, right?
Righteous.
I like to ask, how did you get your name?
This story is interesting. My big brother, I was just talking about City D. We lived in Cypress Village.
Okay.
Big brother used to call me.
get in the mic.
Big brother used to call me Broski at a young age. I'm talking like 11, 12, 13.
Okay.
He was always Broski. Him and his partner Red. Broski. This is my little young brother Broski. So the day that I ended up meeting DJ Duro before I got hooked up with joined in with 415, he introduced me to DJ Duro as Broski. This is my little brother Broski. He rap. You're DJ Duro, known DJ, always doing the house parties, mix and all that. You need to go see him, Broski. Go through his studio. So I ended up going to the studio. History was made from there.
Gotcha. Now this is what I want to know. In my mind, I think you from 34th and Chestnut. Is that where you from?
From Tufo and Chestnut.
Oh,
But West Oakland, well-rounded though.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. From Ghost Town to Cypress Village to Tufo Village.
yeah.
West Oakland.
Yeah, one or two. My god cousin Batty is from Tufoville.
Batty is my little young, homie. Batty.
Remember when I was talking about my god brothers that stayed in that house?
They was on the Linden side.
Okay.
Batty was on the Linden side.
And Dirt Rock. Shout out to my partner.
Shout out to DR.
Yeah, Dirt Rock.
Yeah,
I love
Dirt Rock.
one of the coolest motherfuckers I ever met in my life.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
C-Mad. That's up under the C-Mad champ.
Yeah.
Buyers and all them down up under that era. Yes, sir.
Okay, for sure. So now you got the Brother Broski popping, and then you met DJ Duro. How was it like working with DJ Duro?
Man, DJ Duro, man, him being shout outs to DJ Duro, man, multi-platinum producer that produced multiple artists such as Tupac's, the Master P's, the Steady Mobbins, the Sebos, the Marvelouses. It was very, very, very challenging working with DJ Duro, knowing that he was a well-rounded producer. He was always open-minded to be able to make beats, and he was real popular, man. He was real popular during that time, so it was pretty cool, man.
Okay, now this is what I like to know. Before you joined the group 415, right? Mm-hmm. Were you a solo artist?
No, actually, I had a group called ICH, Inner City Hoodlums. That was with Evo. I don't know if you know Evo from the Bums.
From the Bums, yeah.
The Bums,
yeah. I know them. Shout out to Evo.
Shout out to Evo, E-Vocalist. We had a group called ICH.
Okay.
With Father Dom in the North.
Woo!
And Capone, J.H. Capone. Yeah. I'm like 14, 15, L.
Yeah.
And Evo, of course, he about 2 or 3 years older than me. So me and him had formed a group called ICH, and my partner, Raj, at the time was in the same neighborhood I was raised in, was our DJ. Yeah. Actual DJ. So, yeah.
Evol is the only rapper from Oakland, California to get a hip-hop quotable in the Source magazine.
Exactly. No doubt. Shout outs to Evol, man.
Yeah, I got to give him a call. He was supposed to be on the show, but I know he got a little busy and with the pandemic.
Yeah, he's been pretty busy.
Yep, he got behind the schedule. But, hey, that's Do Damage.
That's Do Damage, big brother.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dewey got skills, too.
Dewey got skills. Shout outs to Dewey. Do Damage. Do Damage just a little fella with me and Evol was rocking, doing our thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So now you got hooked up with 415, right?
Yep.
So was that a put together group?
I'm glad you said that, because now speaking of Evo happened to be in the studio in the session when I recorded the song Ruthless is Reality. So when Duro brought me to the studio in Richmond, Starlight Records, where Digital Underground Tupac was recording the album during the time, Evo came to the session. And I tell the story, it's kind of hard to believe, but he ended up writing a verse to the same song of Ruthless is Reality. Didn't make the cut. I'm not gonna get too deep in depth in that, but Evo I think he wrote like one of the hardest verse on that song.
Yeah, real hip hop head.
Real hip hop head. Put together, when you say put together, it was originally Richie Rich and D-Loc, DJ Duro. Let's get that understood. Richie Rich is 415, double R, Richie Rich.
Yeah.
So before the fact, they were putting the singles out. You know, they had Court in the Street, Groupie Ass Bitch, and then 415. That's when I was introduced on there. So the group was solely Richie Rich and D-Loc, DJ Duro as the producer, and Jed as the executive producer.
Yeah.
When I got featured on, along with ICB on that same song, Lady Ace, which is D-Loc's sister, that was just featured on the album 415. Later on, Richie Rich caught a case.
Yeah.
So you know about that. So
Yeah.
we got caught with a half thing. We ended up going over to Priority. That project took over to Priority Records.
Yeah.
So let's get it straight for the records. Shout outs to Richie Rich, the big homie. I never did, step on any toes whatsoever, knowing the acknowledgement that this is his group. But I was kind of filled in.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so you was like on 415 not 415, but the one after that.
New niggas on the block.
Yeah, yeah. And D-Loc had that song, Lifestyle as a Gangster.
Yes, in which we shot a video in L.A.
That was a tight-ass song. I like that one.
Right. And then we did Nothing But a Come Up.
Yeah, all right.
Me and D-Loc.
For sure, because that came out, 91, 92?
91, 92.
Because I was in 8th grade.
Righteous.
Yep, for sure.
I had just graduated from McClymonds. I was just about to graduate from McClymonds.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So what was
Mac
the
House?
The Mac House.
The Mac House, man. Yes, sir. Home of the champions.
You know what I'm saying? The
Yes,
Mac
sir.
House, that's the only place where they don't have high school reunions. They have school reunions. If you went there, pull up.
Right.
If you dropped out, pull up. And if you graduated, pull up.
Righteous.
For sure, I wanted to know this, though. You was in a group called 415. Was there any time that people thought that you was in the prison gang 415 just by the name?
Yeah.
Speak to that.
Come on, listen. Come on. Come on. You know what I want. Look, check this out. It's interesting you say that because, as, of course, politics are being played in our town, being from Oakland, California, our culture deeply embedded with Black Panther Party and, all those acts in the prison. So you had Letters and Numbers, of course, Kumi and Jama. So 415 being, the act inside behind them walls, of course they always did. But most of my family members, of course, was K, or Jama. But they did try to embrace at times, which was well-rounded at times, but it was basically just from the love, and of course through Usalam and through the Usalam, just a protection and providing just to look out for loved ones that was around. But I was never involved. Never did prison time. I did county time, but nah.
Okay.
Nah. Yeah, I'm sure, like you said, it was mistaken, but nah.
Yeah.
I was standing on my own square. You did.
Gotcha. And did you ever? Were you ever a ghost nut for any time?
Never. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
Me being my grandmother lived in Tufo Village, Chestnut, so she was there over 30-some plus years. That was Chestnut. So all Nutty Block was all from 3-4 to 2-4. Yeah. Ghost Town, of course, I was raised throughout my childhood too as a youngin', so I knew just about everybody in Ghost Town as well as everybody on Chestnut. Yeah. But I never played those politics.
Gotcha.
Word.
Okay, so what you working on now?
Man, right now I just released Chupacabra. That album just came out on the 24th. So you can get that right now. We got Chupacabra. That's the volume 1. I'm gonna be soon dropping volume 2, maybe by next year. But I got several projects. So far I didn't drop about like 25 projects. I just really looked at my catalog just like last week and just tripped. Like the past 3 years, I dropped like 25 projects by like 3 albums, more or less like mixtapes. I did Cigars and Money Clips. Volume 1, Volume 2. I left Volume 3 to be open. I got it's an OG called Volume 1, Volume 2. Volume 3 left open for next year. I did a few singles, I did What Up Though single. Also did what else? I did a few other feature like projects with my man LeGrand from LA. He's an R&B singer. He's out in Atlanta right now. Which was just more or less like I want to say like a pro-black after George Floyd type of, that movement. We decided to come with that. Now Chupacabra. So this is where we at now, Chupacabra.
And what is it called again?
Chupacabra.
What does that mean?
Chupacabra, actually, I conceptualized it as you know, Chupacabra is some kind of animal, like a dog mixed with devil, that was somewhere out there in Mexico, somewhere in the lands of somewhere down there that was supposed to have been killing up all livestock, killing up all crops.
Dope.
So I conceptualized it as I'm putting this album together, which is my first solo album debut of me being solo, is just to get my guys that's in my circle just to help me kill up all livestock.
Okay.
So yeah, you gotta check the album. The album is dope. 17 bangers on that joint.
For sure. You know what, I was going to ask you this. Okay, first I want to talk about being a solo artist versus being in a group. Tell me about some of the differences is that you have. What are the pros and the cons of that? Can you speak to that?
Yes, sir. That's a good question, L, because as you know, from 415, even before 415, it started out as a group. We was doing the demo with the group. 415 being with the group. After 415 broke up, I actually formed another group and then another group. I don't know if you're familiar, like we did like Section 8. That was then, this is now.
I heard of Section 8. Was DJ Duro also the producer
of that?
Yes,
he was.
Yes, and is Block Monsters also like y'all cousin group or something like that?
That was actually in 1999.
That's right. With Cousin P.
Yes, sir.
Steady Mobbin,
Alcolo.
Okay.
C Rider, Life, Crooked Eyes, and Billy Mo from Steady Mobbin.
For sure.
See, then in 97, 98, we had formed Block Monsters. Well, see, let me go all the way back, L, if you don't mind. Let me go all the way back.
Yeah, do it.
All right, so after 415, we came with a group called Unaffiliated.
I remember that.
And we broke up as a group at the DV8, which is out there in the city. During the time we opened up for Crisscross.
Okay.
After we broke up, the night that we broke up.
Y'all broke up at the show?
At the show. It was a discrepancy or something that was going on between me and D-Loc. I just wasn't going there. I was young at the time, kind of got hot-headed a little bit lightweight, when knowing that we could have just had a conversation to alleviate the confrontation, but it didn't get that heated. But we ended up breaking up. To make a short story shorter, we ended up doing a group called Unaffiliated. Me and Champ ended up leaving the show that night, and we formed a group called Unaffiliated.
Is Champ from Tufo?
Tufo.
That's bro with the braids, right?
Yeah. C-Man, shout out to C-Man. He doing his thing now, UMS, Unaffiliated. So we formed a group, Unaffiliated. Shortly after that, we came with Section 8. So Unaffiliated had to be, I want to say, 90. Unaffiliated was like 93. 92, 93.
Yeah, because Snoop came with that Ain't Nothing But a G thing, and I remember hearing about Unaffiliated when I was at Mac and SNOP, sick niggas out the... Because, you know, they were...
That was with Crushadelic. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
yeah. Crushadelic, yeah. Marcel Cotton.
Yep.
And then we came with, that was then, this is now, Section 8, one of my favorite albums. It was an EP. We only put like 8 songs. That was like, niggas just, what was it? Homicide, Jacking for a Living. Oh man, C-Mad was featured on there. It was a raw single we put together, EP. Shortly after that, we came with Collision. I had a group called Collision.
That's with Hakeem.
Brother Hakeem. Insane Dame.
That's what, I forget his first name.
Shout outs to Insane Dame.
Can I say one thing about Insane Dame? Shout out to Insane Dame, man.
Yeah, shout outs to Insane Dame.
He told me.
It there. You know where.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. He told me, he looked me in my eye right before I started drinking, because I don't drink no more.
Right, you was telling me that you've been sober for how long?
Two and a half years.
Shout outs to you, man, for that, brother.
You know what he looked me in my eye and said? Because he was in he was in Home Depot with Jay Stalin fixing up the studio, and he said, "L, alcohol is the mother of all evils." I didn't stop drinking then, but about 5 years after that, I started thinking about all the turmoil that was going on in my life, and was it alcohol driven? So that's all I want to say.
Right. But I'm glad to know, man, that you shook that monkey off your back, man, because
gorilla.
That is a disease, man. It was a gorilla. Huh? It wasn't a monkey.
King Kong. That motherfucker used to wake up like this. Feed me.
Right. Well, man, blessings to you, brother. No doubt, man. Brother Hakeem, shout out to Brother Hakeem. He was telling you right, man.
He was.
And it is what it is. Brother Hakeem and Time, we formed a group called Collision. We had an album called High Performance.
Okay.
So that was like 95, I want to say. 95, 96. Then a little shortly after 96, 97, we came with Block Monsters. Now, Block Monsters is a whole family entity of Steady Mobbin', which is Crooked Eyes, Billy Mo. Then we had Life. We had C Rider. We had Cousin P. We had a Colo and myself. We came out with the album DJ Duro's Block Monsters in 1999.
You know what? I got a song with Block Monsters in it because I used to love that T-shirt. That T-shirt
with the characters over around the
y'all still got that?
Yeah, with the shirts. I mean, but tape, cassettes, and CDs is what we.
Man, I needed one of them shirts.
Nah, it'd be hard to find to get that now. But I might could be able to pull something off for you. Man, we doing apparel and I'm doing my line.
Man, I love that shirt.
So, yeah,
for sure.
That was a dope album.
So this is what I want to know. Right Being an older artist, right? Mm-hmm. Name something that you didn't think would be happening today in hip hop.
Killing up everything.
Interesting.
I mean, back then you have to understand, man. We was the hip hop culture was basically based on a lot of the substance, hip hop.
Yeah.
It wasn't about killing up everything, or you got the most drugs, or we having the most sex and all the twerking and up and down the pole. I would never thought it would really came to this. It is what it is. You know, it's the young generation. I appreciate them keeping the torch lit, and I'm there with them to keep it lit. But I would say the content. I wouldn't have never thought that it would probably get to this, to whereas it would probably be effective to our generation from losing Tupac, Biggie, and all these wars that we had to see, you know, which was, it could have been simply eliminated, you know, just by trying to be able to unite and try to understand that we all is one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no need to be divided. But that's what that man wants us to do anyway, be divided, so.
Do you feel like that record labels purposely push negative music as opposed to positive music?
Well, yeah, that's a fact. I mean, there's actual facts that at some point, I'm sure you do the research, there was a meeting.
Yeah, get in the mic. I want to hear this.
There was a meeting because of prison-owned, private prisons that was owned by people that was investing their money, knowing that the music that would be pushed, having violence, crime to shower on our people, and would be funding those private-owned prisons. So you could do your research on that. And I think ever since then, I know ever since then, it was about the major labels to push that agenda, pushing that agenda. And I think they did a successful job, because now you can see where we at with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because I like to also add my opinion to things, you know what I'm saying? One thing that I did not think was going to be taking place that's taking place now is that rappers would be getting killed on the regular, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how like Tupac and Biggie died?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was going to be the thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The diss records.
Yeah.
The hit 'em ups and who shot yous.
Yeah.
It started from a typical diss, more or less like a battle.
Yeah.
Or as sigging as the Vallejo, or, you know, roasting.
Yeah.
You know, that was just like a typical type thing. Playing the dozens, you know, should never go far beyond to where you want to go out your way to take another person's life.
Yeah.
Take the next man's life. It should never go there. You know what I mean? It did. It escalated due to certain circumstances, situations. But we should now come to common ground. We should come to some point in our life where we need to realize we know the common enemy, and we need to be able to unite and join forces together, because we'll be more powerful.
That's right.
And celebrate and decorate the dash while we living, because we only living once.
That's right.
So yeah.
I like when you said the dash. Explain the dash for people that don't know what that is.
That dash is that line that you're gonna see on that obituary. When you're born.
Yeah.
To the passing day.
Yeah.
In between those, there's a dash. So, shout outs to my man Toriano. Years ago, this was one of my childhood friends. Shout outs to Toriano, man, MMOB, owner of the apparel that I'm a part of as far as the mentorship program. But he always said, we're gonna decorate this dash, meaning we're gonna decorate and put all the best and live the best of our lives. And YOLO, you only live once, and enjoy life as it comes, and decorate the dash.
Yeah.
So while we here on this earth until the lights go out, that big man turn them lights out, man, enjoy your life, man.
Dope.
Enjoy your life, so decorate your dash.
You rapped in a lot of groups, you know what I'm saying? I've been like, a lot of my partners rapped, and I rapped in a few groups myself.
Right.
With a lot of people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So me and you have similar careers going on.
True that.
I want to ask you this.
What's that?
Out of all the people that you rapped with, who is your favorite MC? Out of all of them
with?
that you rapped with, like in any group, who's your favorite rapper that you rapped with?
I would have to say Insane Dame.
Insane Dame?
Yeah, because we was the original artists for Collision before Time came, and me and Time, which happened to be from where you're from, Apgar, where we was grinding our stomping grounds, we was always writing music. Actually, to be honest with you, Insane Dame was taught by me and DJ Duro on how to write rhymes, bar for bar. He did not know anything about that. He just knew how to just rap on. But his characteristic, Insane Dame, how that came about, because he was just all over the place with it, and he was, I got a story.
Shoot it.
I got a story.
Kick it.
And this involves 3 Time Crazy.
Okay.
With 8 shout outs to 3 Times. Shout outs to Kick the Sneak. Today's birthday, right?
Yeah,
happy
shout
birthday,
out
Kick
to
the Sneak.
Happy birthday, Kick the Sneak. Happy birthday.
Yeah. You did. Yeah. Kick the Sneak, Asian Man, and Bart. We was all somewhere in the East. I can't quite remember. But they was freestyling, and Brother Insane Dame started freestyling. And he started coming off so hard and just started going all over the place. I think I want to say it wasn't Keek. I think it was Asian Man picked him up because he was just rapping so much. He was just like a fire missile just going off.
Yeah.
Just picked him up. Was like, nigga, you was just off the hook. Picked him up. Everybody looking, Insane Dame, eyes bucked open. He was looking, wondering what's going on. Insane Dame.
Okay.
Yeah, Insane Dame had to be one of the rawest artists I've worked with. Although who I've worked with always been raw. You dig? From Time, Evo. From starters, Evo always was raw, dope on the lyrics, hip hop, freestyle as well.
Yeah, and you was with Dom for a second.
Father Dom, shout outs to Father Dom.
You know what? Dom was smooth like Rich, but he was more hip hop. He was more hip hop and player. Richie Rich was more dope dealer.
Flossing is the way.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Father Dom was always kind of looked at like, I want to say, like a maybe like a Rick Ross kind of back then, almost like, I'm talking about the wordplay of it, not the style or the flow, but his wordplay and what he was saying, the luxurious words and the glamorous type of, you dig what I'm saying?
For sure.
Father Dom, that's him, on point. Yeah.
I got to ask you a hip hop question just real quick.
Come on with it.
If the first Chronic and the first Doggy Style was a double disc, would that be better than All Eyes on Me? Would you like that more than All Eyes on Me?
Ooh, the Chronic album was dope. Chronic album, super dope. That's a damn good question, Neil. You got me up against the wall, bro. And the Doggy Style album?
Yeah, so Chronic and Doggy Style is a double disc, and then you got All Eyes on Me. Which one would you pick up?
It'd probably be Doggy Style.
Doggy Style and Chronic, the double disc?
One of them two. Not taken away from the All Eyes on Me album, because All Eyes on Me album was so treacherous, which happens to be, Insane Dame happened to be in the studio with him.
Oh, really?
Him and Richie Rich. And they came, it wasn't calling, Ambitions as a writer was.
Yeah.
So when he came back to the village, when they came back from LA recording, they played Ambitions as a writer. They actually started talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never heard an album come on that raw in my life.
Man, when that song came on, it just gave chills.
Yeah, it did.
Goosebumps. I mean, yeah.
Because you know what's crazy though?
What's that?
During that album, Tupac started making a transition to getting better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was always dope, but somewhere around 96 and 7, a lot of rappers started getting better. Like, about the time Rappin' Ron finally died, he was phenomenal.
Yeah. Tupac, man, no doubt, was definitely a live wire, a loose cannon. May he rest in peace. I had the opportunity, to hang out with Tupac, man, and he was very educated. So yeah, like I can agree with you. After 96, 97, he was getting more educated, plus being around in LA, getting around by different elements and different folk, I'm sure he was being able to experience and have more to talk about. You dig?
Yeah.
And being on the edge, man. I miss Tupac, man.
Me too.
I miss Tupac, man. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, as an artist, I like to ask people this: as an artist, what would you say your superhero strength was as an artist? What do you feel like you could do really, really good?
As an artist, my superhero type of power move would be to find myself telling a story by grasping the information and being able to maybe tell the story as vivid as I could, as most possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing that I actually miss about like a lot of new rap records, because like when we were coming up, right, it was a lot of storytelling rap going on.
Right.
You know, like Spice one of the best storytellers to ever come out the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube is my favorite storyteller rapper though. You know what I'm saying? So now, when it was coming up, right, the first verse used to be like somebody was planning on doing something. The middle part was like they were doing it, and then the third verse would be like they'll sum it up and give you the moral.
Conclusion.
Yeah, the conclusion and the moral.
Right.
But now it's just the first verse. They thinking about doing something crazy. In the second verse, they doing crazy, but it's never no third verse.
And that's the shortening of it.
That's
'Cause
the
now
shortening.
everybody's thinking the typical or the standard song is 2 verses.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Because you got the hook. You want to have more of a catchy hook to be able to
Yeah.
grab everybody's attention and have everybody repeating word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you this question. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit off. You know, I like to throw random questions in there.
I see. You good at that.
When
No
you
doubt.
think about artists, an artist, right, a rapper that represents black excellence, who you got? What rapper represents black excellence and why?
We'll probably say Nas.
I've gotten that before. Why?
Just the class and the storytelling from his standpoint, and coming from New York, he's always been one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
Black excellence, and from just from where he's came from to where he's at now.
Yeah.
Being involved as in different corporate and cryptocurrency, all kind of different stuff that he's being involved with, can most definitely say black excellence. And I would say Rick Ross as well.
Definitely. Yeah. You know who I got?
Who that?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. I cannot not say Ice Cube, of course, coming from all the way from Niggas with Attitudes to the Ice Cube to the movie Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
To where he's at right now, standing up for
Yeah.
the movement.
And not to mention he's a family man.
Oh, he's a family man. of
That's
course.
really
and he's
impre-
been married
yeah.
for over what?
30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So well structured.
Yeah.
Black excellence.
Yep. And I'm
at its top.
gonna throw this. I'm about to jog your memory real quick.
Okay.
What are Ice Cube's first 3 solo projects when he left NWA?
That would be America's Most Wanted.
Correct.
100 Miles and Running. Am I right? 100 Miles and Running. America's Most Wanted. I mean, am I right?
Oh, I'm scrambling. I think I got one, Steve.
Albums, right?
Projects, yeah.
Projects. That'd be Dead or Alive, right?
No, want me to tell you?
Which one?
America's Most Wanted. That was
America's
right.
Most Wanted.
But not 100 Miles and Running, because that was NWA.
Oh, that was NWA. Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm tripping. What was it, man? You got me joggling, man.
Jackin' for Beats.
Jackin' for Beats.
The EP. Jackin' for
Jackin'
Beats.
for
The
Beats,
dopest
right.
EP to ever get made.
So
and
Jackin' for Beats.
And death
America's
certificate.
Most Wanted.
Death
Death
certificate.
certificate. Right. That's what I was trying to think of. I couldn't.
When you said dead or alive, I knew you was on something.
I
knew you was right there, so I had to hurry up and end the show before you got it right. Because on my show, we got to pay people. So, you know, on my show, we got to pay people. And, Jeopardy can't go broke, nigga.
Boy, that was called a brain fart. Yeah.
That's right.
I had a brain fart, people.
Yeah.
But yep, that's what it is. America's Most Wanted, Jacket for Beats, Death Certificate.
Yeah.
Rawest albums.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So if you could go back in time, right? Mm-hmm. What album do you wish that you was on and why?
Man, you coming with them, man. Whew. Is there any particular era?
Nah, just, nah.
Oh, man, there's so many of them, but any other artists?
Any other artist?
You got me, man.
Pass?
Yeah.
I wish I was on All Eyes on Me. Because it seemed like it was just so fun. Like, I pictured that it was a studio like this, but I'm just saying, like, a building like this, and it was just hella doors opening, and everybody was just going back and forth partying. That's what it make it seem like.
Right. All Eyes on Me would be an album I would love to would have been on. With all those, like you said, those classic acts that was on there. Oh, yeah, no doubt. I would say, yeah, that would probably be one, but it's several different albums, man. I'm so fascinated by just about a babe bringing everything to the table and everybody getting together, man. From the Loonies,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And plus, it was a lot of groups that was being divided and breaking up and coming back. I wish we would have been able to do 415. How about that?
Yeah,
I wish I could do 415 all the way over and up to date, and everybody can be together and be able to express how they feel today and bring it together as a unit.
Do you ever think about doing a reunion?
Man, we've thought about it plenty of times. I don't think it's going to ever be possible. We did do a reunion at the Cool Water, Sweet Jimmy's. It was a reunion. It was his birthday. It was Richie Rich's birthday. And we talked about it then, but we never moved forward on it.
Who showed up? Did D-Loc show up?
We all showed.
Dope.
D-Loc, Richie Rich, DJ Duro, and myself.
Okay.
Yep. That was like a few years ago. I think that was, before the Loonies one, or the Delinquents. So it was like a few years ago, maybe like 4 years ago.
You gonna get him back in the studio to feature on your album?
It would be nice. I done reached out to Rich through his DM. I know he's busy doing what he's doing with his cake batter and everything.
Yeah.
I've been busy doing what I'm doing. Duro, I'm sure. I haven't talked to Duro in a few years. D-Loc, I haven't talked to him in a few years. From what I understand, his son went to the New Orleans Saints, so I think he's really putting most of his, the time into his, just relax. We older now, so.
Yeah.
But that would be nice, though.
Yeah.
That would be super dope if we could.
Speaking of support, who is your biggest female supporter in this game?
Female supporter?
Yeah.
What, an artist?
Or no, just person.
I would say my wife.
Dope.
My wife, yeah. Yeah, she keeps me well-rounded. My mom.
Okay.
Shout outs to moms. Moms keep me grounded. Female. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What about guy?
I would say one of my big brothers, my big brother Roger, my other brother Louisville Slugger. He's the producer, produced the album Louisville Slugger.
Yeah, I know Louisville. I forgot his. I went to Mac with him.
Yeah,
he my partner Sean York cousin.
Sean, you talking about Sean Shannon?
No, not Double S. Sean York is from.
That's his cousin too.
For real?
Sean,
I didn't know that.
That's from the West. Yeah, yep, Louisville. And my guy Mario's a
yeah.
Most of my childhood friends, close knit type, keeps me grounded. Support Toriano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Too Short album?
Get In Where You Fit In.
Woo! He said, "Get in where you fit in." That's my shit right there.
Yeah.
I love Get In Where You Fit In.
And my big brother used to run. May he rest in peace, Judah Mack.
Okay.
He actually did. He got a couple platinum plats. He did a song on Minister Society, the one with Ann Banks, and he also did Shorty the Pimp.
Yeah. The live band album.
Yeah, with Shorty B and all them live band. Yeah, that funk. That was the era, that funk era.
You know what? I like that album a lot. My favorite Too Short album, though, is the one with the blue cover, Short Dogs in the House.
Yeah, that was a dope album. Short Dogs in the House.
You know,
dope, no doubt.
But you know what? In retrospect, you know why I think I like that album? And I told Too Short this one time in the club. You probably don't remember.
Why?
I said that was my favorite album, and I was a virgin then, man.
But shit, by the time you didn't heard that album, you'd be ready to go ahead and get it wet.
Yeah, for sure.
Get that whistle wet, boy. Short always had every freak nasty, freaky tales, all that. Yeah.
Say this. So,
what's happening?
Hypothetically speaking, right? Say like Too Short. Say you was Too Short and you had all them songs, but never put none of them out, right? Just hypothetically speaking. Okay. Say like you had all those songs. You Too Short. You got all these songs.
Yeah.
From the point that he began till now. Mm-hmm. But none of them, he never put none of them out. What would be your first single?
Ooh-wee. Wanna Be a Gangster.
Wanna Be a Gangster?
Which was written by Richie Rich. Nobody didn't know that.
The one that was on
So You Wanna Be a
Gangster. And all that shit. Yeah. Hey, that was on Juice soundtrack.
Right. That would be, because right now it tells the story on what's going on right now. Everybody trying to be the gangster, everybody want to be the tough guy. Everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know which one I would drop if I was Too Short?
Which one?
Blow the Whistle.
Blow the Whistle.
No, not Blow the Whistle. Burn Rubber.
Burn Rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that still could come out anytime and still get.
How about Party Time? Party Time.
Yeah.
Get busy. Boom, boom. That's old school though.
Yeah. That, you know what?
Oh, no, you ain't nodding like you don't know nothing about that.
No, I know what it is.
You know which one that
it's on the white.
I want to bring that one back. Yeah, that's one.
It's on the white tape. Yeah, it's on damn, but not It ain't Life Is Too Short. It's on Born to Mac, right?
Party Time on Born to Mac. I think it was Born to Mac or one of the two. But Party Time was dope.
Yeah.
And plus it had the cuts, scratches, and all the shit.
Yeah.
A lot of folk don't even know there was cuts and scratches. He didn't have too much cut and scratches up in his joint. But yeah.
You know, working with different producers brings out different sounds, you know what I'm saying, in the artist. Mm-hmm. Who do you feel like that when you work with this producer, your sound sounds a little different than the traditional Brother Broski sound?
Producers I've worked with?
Yeah.
Well, lately I've been working with my guy Spider. Shout outs to Spider. He actually helped produce the Cigars Money Clips album. It's an OG call. He brings out, and because he does like samples, and the certain ones that he kind of like bring to my attention that I like. Louisville Slugger, he pretty dope on it. I got my man Butcher. I call him the Butcher. Named Butchie though. We from 2-4. We used to run in the village together. I'm working with him now. He's working on my new album called Godspeed. He brings out some nice sounds as well. DJ Duro, definitely, at one point was bringing out some potential, style, different type of styles coming out. Yeah.
And do you have a record label?
Nah, actually, I got an entertainment, my entertainment company, but that's something that I'm working on right now as I speak with Nephew.
Okay.
Me and Nephew was thinking about going and just whipping up a label and just bring out a couple of artists, develop a few artists. So.
Yeah, what is exactly your relationship with Neff?
Me and Nephew, we about to bring One West together. We got our group is titled B5, so that's Brody 5. He top dollar 5.
Yeah.
He's got his management company, Millions to Billions. You got to understand, Nephew come from the Steady Mobbing era too. So when we was doing Block Monsters, Nephew's always been a solid cat. He's always been solid with me, and always knew he had an ear to the street. He always supported me as well as a supporter. When you mention support, Nephew always been there to support me as well. So we kind of got a venture that we want to bring together. Him being from Ghost Town, me being from 2-4, but I'm several areas, West Oakland Pier. We feel like we can just come together, and those rival turfs. You have to understand.
Yeah.
So
what 2-4 and Ghost Town?
At one point, and that was years ago. We ain't talking now.
Yeah.
But at that point, that was kind of like stigmatized on us as being a rival turfs.
Yeah.
So, but it was never really like that because me and him, we was on music, or more or less on money and hustle. We wasn't really into the politics and the rival aspect. So what me and nephew did come together is to have an idea that we can come together and show that to the youngsters and generations to come, that we can come together and be powerful as one unit.
Yeah, that takes maturity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the key thing.
Right.
You know, when you talk about West Oakland rivals and stuff like that, like I went to Mac in 1992, 93.
That's when I graduated, 92.
At Mac?
Yes, sir.
91, 92, or 92, 93?
92. I graduated 1992.
Okay, gotcha. So I came right after you left.
Okay.
I was there with Bird and Darnell Stamps.
Bird,
They were seniors.
Tall Bird.
That played for the hoop team.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Shout out to Bird.
Yeah, shout out to Bird, no doubt.
Yeah, they had that good ass hoop team and shit like that went like 33-1.
Yep.
They lost to De La Salle.
Yep.
But yeah, when you talk about rivalries and stuff like that, I didn't know really too many people from West Oakland when I got to Mac. So in the auditorium,
Oh, we didn't win the game, you know. We definitely won the fight.
it used to always go down. But I'm talking about even like
in the
during
auditorium.
The auditorium.
Right, okay.
Soon as the lights come out, you just seeing brothers with burners. You know they got the projector.
He said burners.
Mind you.
Right.
Mind you. I'm 39th and Martin Luther King.
Right.
I don't got helicopters from these villages and projects, because in West Oakland, that's where the most projects is
I
in
was
Oakland.
raised in every one. Campbell, Tufo, Cypress.
I'm like this. I see them niggas fighting. I'm like
Moving
this.
on, church on
I'm
the
like
move.
this. Hey, that shit was like a movie with the projector. All you seeing is niggas with burners like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
It was wild, man. Them days was real wild, man.
Yeah.
But you gotta love it, man, because it was only fist fight. It was fists being thrown.
You know what?
Feet being kicked. But it wasn't too much of the pistol.
Yeah.
Pistol, that was rare. You hear that, and everybody dispersing. You did.
You know what's crazy though? Because when Stacking Chips came out by Three Times Crazy, 97, that seemed like that was maybe because I just graduated from high school and I was a little bit more in the streets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That seemed like that was a year when the most young people started getting killed. Like right there.
And that was what year?
97.
Yeah, I would say 96. I always say 96 was like a cold year, man.
Yeah.
Cold summer. I lost a lot of homies, man.
Yeah.
A lot of homies. And it was due to a lot of like politicking and different turfs back then. And it was set turfs. It wasn't really like a turf with separate different people from all over. It was now there's turfs on one turf.
Yeah.
You know, and then we all had like one, like that's what me and nephew doing, one West. We was able to have all our turfs accumulated as one in one unit, and just one family, one love. That's what we're trying to bring back, bring that structure back. By God's grace, hopefully we can be able to get that back again, and everybody can have fun.
Dope, because Neff is raw. I found out he could rap in 1997. I never forget this.
Oh yeah, nephew hard.
I had a partner that I worked
Shout
with
out
from
to
Louisiana.
Okay.
In 97, he talked with a heavy Louisiana accent, and we used to get drunk after work when I worked at the grocery store.
Word. I got
So
family from out there in Louisiana.
We drinking 40s at St. Ides. There was a store on 31st in Martin Luther King, the main store.
It's called Gears.
We walk in there, so, steady mobbing a nephew out there, and, Bav Gay doing his thing because he just signed the No
With
Limit.
Master P.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
No Limit.
Impalas might just be
Impala.
driving in and
Right.
out, him and Crook, right?
Yeah.
So I'm finna go get a 40, and then I just start rapping, and then nephew start rapping. I've been seeing him Cecil.
Cecil. Yeah.
I've been seeing him around,
Right.
and he woke my shit up.
Yeah.
I didn't know he could rap. And then when I started really listening, my partner Buckhaven from down there, Mac?
Buckhaven, yeah, Buckhaven for Ghost Town.
Yeah. Is one of the raws to do it.
For sure. And then, but see, you got to understand, Dirty White.
Dirty White is Keon
Filthy
White.
Gator.
Yeah,
that's you know who cousin that is?
Keon.
Celebrity.
Tell me.
Jamie Foxx.
He was my best friend in 9th grade.
Who?
Dirty White.
Dirty White.
Yeah.
That's Jamie Foxx's cousin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dirty White.
We was cool though because we used to walk the same way home from
Same
Mac.
route, a word.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Hey, man, what you doing, man? We got
Yeah.
Keon
Cool
White
nigga.
for sure."
Dirty White, cool nigga. No doubt.
Hey,
shout outs to Keon White.
And they had that album. We was just talking about this. They had that album.
That was the Young Guns.
The Young Guns.
Yep.
And then I said this, "Hey man, you got this shit?" We get them up in the street. We get them up in the street.
Yeah, no doubt. Boy, days, boy.
Them was the days.
Good old days.
So you said that you got some merch too, right?
Yeah, I got the machine. I just launched my apparel line. I've been had it before the pandemic hit, but it's called The Machine. And what's coming out the machine, I wish I would have brought some. Like I said, I would have brought you, but I will bring you some, bro. And then I got Chupacabra, and then we got the MMOB, which I'm part of the mentorship program.
Okay.
But Toriano came out with the MMOB, minding my own business. The MMOB, minding my own business. So that's the apparel line that's out right now. You can go on the site on Instagram under MMOB as well. That's with Toriano. I'm just kind of assisting with that. Yeah. But my line is the brand under Positively in Position, and then I got all kind of it's dope too. I got all kind of different other stuff that's coming from underneath the machine.
You know what I think is cool about you?
What's that?
That you actually want to do right. I can't stand a old nigga that still want to do. Like,
Still in the past with it. Yeah.
I say this all the time. When you're young, you want to be the villain. When you get older, you want to be the hero.
Yeah. It's called maturity, like you said, man.
For sure.
And I appreciate that you acknowledge that, man, because ain't nothing wrong with that. And I tell youngsters, man, you got at some point in life, you got to really draw the line, man. You got to set the standards right, and you got to be able to look at it through a lens of maturity. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I mean, shit, when I was young, man, I did everything up under the sun. I was trying to be the Mr. Tough guy and doing this, that, and the other and whatever, whatnot. But now I got a son. I got a 16-year-old son now.
Okay.
So, of course, I want to be able to, he'd be like, Dad, you old and you always, yada. But, son, listen, please listen to me. I just want to be able to give you the best advice. I want to give you the best game. I want to lead you right.
Yeah.
That word you just said right. I just want to be right. I want to be on the right side of right.
Yeah.
You dig?
And you mentioned something about a mentorship.
Yeah, the mentor program is called Boys to Men.
Okay.
Put together by Toriano. Shout out to my guy Toriano, which we've been doing for the past, I want to say 5, 6, 7 something years. I've been involved with, whereas we took these young guys from the ages of maybe 12 to 21. Yeah. We had a handful. First started out, we took them horseback riding out in outside Sacramento, took them on the trails and enjoyed that outdoors. And then just last year during the pandemic, we wasn't able to really do it. So we did, we facilitated inside by putting, having them, the young kings, do vision boards where you see yourself in 5 years. Yeah. In which my son's involved and my nephew. So it was something for a good cause. And it turned out real nice. It was a nice turnout, and we will be doing some more in the future.
Is that a nonprofit?
Yes.
What is the name of the nonprofit?
Boys to Men.
Dope.
Yeah, and you can find that under Toriano Mason. He's under Instagram as well, or you can go under MMOB as well, minding my own business, and get information on that as well. Okay. And mine's, of course, is BrodyLoc _God Within.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so did we get everything? Did I miss anything?
Facebook, Brother Broski Edwards. I got new projects like Godspeed I'm working on. Hopefully I can get up in the lab with you, L. Okay. Put something together.
For sure. We right here. Yeah. Anytime.
Yeah. So let's put that down. Me and nephew got B5 coming out soon enough. We'll be working on that soon. I got Grindhouse coming out. That's me in Louisville. We did Grindhouse, the very first one. Now we on part 2. I got a book. I got a documentary I'm working on right now. The Best Untold Story. Also,
is the documentary finished?
No, I'm just starting on it. I just did some footage last week. I got a little bit of footage last week, but I'm also trying to get someone to help film it on board right now. And I got a couple of options that I'm leaving open for that, but I'm getting on that soon. And a book. Trying to work on a book as well. I'm also trying to get into the acting. So they just featured me in the film Vampire of Oakland.
With Mario Hodges?
Yeah, with Mario Hodges.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a part in there. So shout outs to Pharaoh Powell. Put me in that film. So I'm in that. That'll be coming out soon enough. I was also featured acting in this film called Bay Laws by Free Jack.
Okay.
Bay Laws with Glenn Plummer, Omar Gooding, Dave is on there. There's quite a few other actors on there. I'm trying to get into that lane, man.
Dope.
Trying to get into all the lanes where it ain't just too much traffic jam, man, where I can flow freely and try to get off into different stuff, you know.
For sure, man. Well, thanks for coming out, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, brother.
We're going to have to do this again, man.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I'm looking forward to it, man. Hopefully, yeah, we can get back to it, man, no doubt.
Okay.
No
and
doubt.
I'm L-Deez, also known Lawrence the One, for another episode I Need to Know. And as usual, come on, you know what I want.